Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer number 1 that made its debut over at Star Wars Celebration, it left a lot of fans very excited for the third and final trailer of Episode 9, as well as the actual film itself that would be released this December of 2019, ever since hearing Palpatine's laughter at the very end of the trailer that would actually give a sense of going back to the prequels and the originals. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, over at D23, which took place just a couple of weeks ago, we learned a lot more about this movie. JJ and the cast and everybody else involved over at Disney and Lucasfilm with this movie were able to answer many questions related to, of course, The Rise of Skywalker and what's going on with this movie. Now, what's really exciting about all of this is that it's explained that JJ states that while George Lucas and JJ were working together on set and how Rey's lineage was done and shot, is that JJ states that George was very surprised and pleased with the end result of how Daisy acted in the important sequence and how a specific actor delivers the such powerful moment to Daisy Ridley as Rey in the film, and that George was extremely satisfied with Rey's lineage and or identity being revealed, also with the end result even during post-production. Now, JJ describes that George Lucas had other ideas in mind of Rey's identity / lineage, but saw that this was the best way to do it to explain Rey's role in the past 2 films that connects all 9 movies that actually bind it all together, and that George and JJ cannot wait to see what fans think. So, let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Rey's lineage is going to be a very big deal in Episode 9. It's going to be a big part of Episode 9's storyline, and the fact that her lineage and her identity reveal that's going to be a big revelation in The Rise of Skywalker is going to change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies really is going to either be a good or a bad thing by Disney and Lucasfilm, depending on how they're going to approach that big revelation in The Rise of Skywalker, right? So, with that being said, the fact that JJ and everybody else like Kathleen Kennedy and John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, Mark Hamill, everybody else, over the course of a couple of months now, and, over at Star Wars Celebration, different interviews in between that, of Celebration and D23, we have been learning a lot more about this film. So George Lucas actually worked very hard on Rey's identity and how it would ultimately be revealed in this film, and how he's very satisfied with it as explained by JJ, and how he actually had other ideas of how Rey's lineage would be done, but they stuck with the idea by JJ, where George also implemented some of his additional ideas with J.J. Abrams to come up with the final version of that. So this most likely connects to what we have been talking about for a very long time now, of how all the leaks do indeed suggest that Rey is the granddaughter of Darth Sidious / Palpatine himself in Episode 9 in some way, shape, or form, and that she is still somehow connected to that Skywalker lineage in a very unique and unpredictable way, which could either mean that Palpatine is the one who created the Skywalker bloodline, and if she is indeed the granddaughter of Palpatine, that would hence make her both a Palpatine and a Skywalker. So you can really see how they wanted to approach it in a different way, and that could make a lot of sense right then and there if that ends up being the case. So with that being said, we do know that D23 was a big event where they answered many questions related to The Force Awakens. We got a lot of, confirmed plot details of the film. They confirmed it once again that the Knights of Ren existed before Kylo Ren ever turned to the dark side. So just keep in mind that the Knights of Ren are not Luke Skywalker's ex-Jedi students or Jedi students in general that transferred over to the dark side. So, very interesting stuff, I will say, because Rey's identity, like we have gone over before in the past, is that J.J. Abrams is aiming to make it far more powerful than the I am your father moment, which I'm not quite sure if you can really top the I am your father moment. If you think about it this way, the I am your father moment was so powerful and unexpected because of that very given reason, is that there was no internet back then. Nobody was expecting a big revelation or a big reveal like that. So, I'm not quite sure if Rey's identity reveal is really going to top the I am your father moment. It really is going to take a lot of effort, a lot of, I guess you could say, time to really make it perfect, and a lot of, specific directions by JJ and George and what they really want to do with that particular revelation that could possibly make it the biggest revelation in the Skywalker saga. And like I say, as we speak right now, a lot of reshoots are taking place. They are changing many of the elements of the ending of Episode 9 that surround the character of Palpatine and how Rey and Kylo Ren's interactions are going to be in the third act of Episode 9. So some things are being shifted around as we speak throughout the reshoots of September into early October of this year, where they ultimately plan to end the actual movie in mid-October, where they're done with filming and they head into the final phase of post-production. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.